it is so great to see you this morning, and I can't wait to share today's Bible story with you. I think you're really going to like it.
Hey, Pastor Steve.
Oh, hey Pascal, how you doing? I heard you had a really big game on Friday, the Cheese Ball Championship. How'd you guys do?
Well, I want to say how awesome and unstoppable I was, and that I scored the most points and smashed some cheese ball records, but I can't.
Oh, well, why do you want to say those things, but you can't?
Because my dad says I'm not supposed to brag because it might make others feel bad.
Oh, well, Pascal, there's a difference between boasting about how well your team did and bragging about yourself in a way that puts others down.
Really? How can I tell the difference?
Well, maybe today's Bible story will help. It's about a really powerful king named Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar, and he loved to brag about himself. But something incredible happens to him, and he goes from bragging about himself to boasting about how incredible God is. And that's our Bible point for today. We can boast about God.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what happens.
Me too. So let's jump right in to today's Bible story. God's people didn't listen to God, so they had to leave their land and be slaves. They were taken from Israel to live in a place called Babylon, in a new land ruled by King Nebuchadnezzar. King Nebuchadnezzar was the mightiest king in the whole world. One day, King Nebuchadnezzar said, "Build a giant golden statue. Make it 90 feet tall and 9 feet wide. Make it look exactly like me." The king sent for all his royal rulers, high officials, and governors to come and honor the statue he had set up. Next, the king gathered all his musicians. "Grab your horns, flutes, guitars, harps, and bagpipes. I want you to play a song about me." Then the king made a law. "Whenever you hear my song, everyone must bow down and worship my golden statue." The king loved to hear people say he was the greatest. Everyone in the kingdom bowed down and worshipped King Nebuchadnezzar's statue when they heard the king's song. Everyone, that is, except for the 3 brave friends who were part of God's people. The 3 friends were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were Jewish and refused to bow down to a statue. They would bow down only to the one true God. When King Nebuchadnezzar heard that these friends were not bowing down to worship his statue, he was furious. He said to them, "You must bow down. If you don't, I'll throw you into a blazing fire." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego trusted God. They told the king, "You are mighty, but God is mightier. Your statue is big, but God is bigger. God is the mightiest and the best. God can rescue us from the fire. But even if he doesn't, we will not worship you or your golden statue. We will only worship God."
What did the mother corn say to her children? "Don't forget to wash behind your ears." That there was funny. What does a snowman eat for breakfast? Frosted Flakes. Funny. What kind of balls don't bounce? Eyeballs. That made you laugh. I know it did. Funny. Albert out. Peace.
Brave friends who were part of God's people. The 3 friends were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were Jewish and refused to bow down to a statue. They would bow down only to the one true God. When King Nebuchadnezzar heard that these friends were not bowing down to worship his statue, he was furious. He said to them, "You must bow down. If you don't, I'll throw you into a blazing fire." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego trusted God. They told the king, "You are mighty, but God is mightier. Your statue is big, but God is bigger. God is the mightiest and the best. God can rescue us from the fire. But even if he doesn't, we will not worship you or your golden statue. We will only worship God." The friend's answer made King Nebuchadnezzar furious. He ordered that the furnace be heated 7 times hotter than usual. He ordered that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be tied up. He then told his men to throw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fire. But God sent his angel to protect the 3 friends. King Nebuchadnezzar leaped to his feet and asked his advisors, "Didn't we throw 3 men into the fire?" They replied that they had thrown in 3 men and that they had tied them up before throwing them in. The king was amazed because he saw 4 men walking around in the fire and they weren't tied up. The angel stopped the fire from burning Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Not even their hair or their clothes got burned. They didn't even smell like smoke. King Nebuchadnezzar was amazed. Instead of bragging about himself, he started boasting about God. He said, "Praise the mighty God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. God has rescued them from the blazing fire. We can boast about God too. Praise God, because he is the mightiest and the best." And that's our story.
Oh, I get it. King Nebuchadnezzar was very prideful and loved bragging about how awesome he was. He thought he was the best. But when he saw the way that God protected Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego from the fiery furnace, he realized that God is even greater.
That's right, Pascal. It's okay to talk about our achievements and success. In fact, a lot of times that'll help us build our confidence and self-esteem. And when we try our best to succeed, we can be proud of ourselves.
But it's not okay to act like we're the best thing ever, right?
Yeah. In fact, it's important to remember that it's God who gave us our gifts and our talents. So instead of bragging about ourselves and how awesome we are, we can boast about how awesome, powerful, and mighty God is. And that's our Bible point for today.
Well, I'm really proud of how me and my team did in the Cheese Ball Championship. I'm glad that God made me really fast so I can run down the field and score points.
That's awesome, Pascal, and I'm really proud of you too. Have an adventurous week, everyone.
Hey Adventure Kids, this is the part of the show where you send in your questions to me, Jake, and I answer them. So let me grab my mailbag. Hi Jake, I'm scared to speak up to others. What if they don't like me? Or even worse, they are mean to me? From Jacob. That is an awesome question, and an awesome name. Speaking up to others can be scary. Here's a couple things to consider. First, when you speak up to others, be sure to do that in a loving way, even if it's to your enemies. If they are doing something wrong, you don't have to call them names, but it is okay to tell them that what they're doing is wrong. Second, what is more important to you? The person you need to speak up for, which might be a friend or even yourself, or the person who is being mean, the one you need to speak up to. If you get scared and don't speak up, it's kind of like saying, I care more about what the mean person thinks than I do about the person who needs my voice to stand up for them. Awesome question. Hi Jake, can you kick a paper football through a field goal? From Braden. That is an awesome question. Let's find out.
All right, have you ever done a paper football before?
Nope.
All right, so first we gotta fold the paper into the little triangle thing. That's your football. So now you gotta you gotta try to kick a field goal.
Okay.
Oh! All right, my turn. Ready? Oh, too low. All right, you try again. Oh, ready? Oh, just over the bar. It's good.
That's how you make a paper football, kick a field goal. So remember, if you have a question for me, Jake, just go to the website takeawaywithjake.com and I'll be happy to answer your question right here on the show.